guys, Fru here. Welcome to this amazing hidden gem in Texas. This is the incredible Caverns of the Sonora. Now, before we dive into the Caverns of the Sonora, let's talk about the beginning. Let's talk about the location. Where is the Caverns of the Sonora? Now, if you are in the heart of Texas, the Caverns of the Sonora is nestled in a truly rugged landscape. This is about 15 miles southwest of Sonora, Texas. And if you want to put that into a perspective, for those who know San Antonio, you're looking at San Antonio and Big Bend National Park, so somewhere in between. As a matter of fact, when I visited this, I was driving from San Antonio heading to Big Bend National Park. You cannot miss it. Now, caverns do have a special place in my heart. This particular one, as you can imagine, with any cavern of a size, has been around for millions of years. If you think about humans, we've been around for a very short time, and caves have been around long before humans have. Cave, the Caverns of the Sonora, according to history, was discovered back in 1905. So this is when the cave was first discovered. The story goes that there was a ranch hand looking for some sheep went astray. They stumbled on the cavern, and there you go for discovering a cave looking for a sheep. And initially, when this cavern was discovered, just about 50 feet of the cavern was known for a very long time. And then you fast forward to about 1955, then a group of cavers went in and did some more exploration. The cave was tiny at the time. They discovered miles of incredible formation, which is what is now the Caverns of the Sonora, what I call the secret art gallery that you get to explore. The cavern wasn't open for the public, and it did open up for tours. I believe somewhere around 1960 was when the cavern did open up for tourists to come through, and it's been a main attraction in that area ever since then. Now, here is a fun fact for you if you're gonna visit the Cavern of the Sonora. Initially, it wasn't called the Caverns of the Sonora. It was called Mayfield Cave. Mayfield Cave was the original name, and that name came from the family that did own the ranch where the cave was. So Mayfield Cave was the name, but then in 1955 they changed the name to the Caverns of the Sonora. You ask why? Probably because Sonora sounds better than Mayfield. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's probably why the name was changed, and the area of the Sonora also fits well into the cave. So it sounds cooler, I would think. Now, if you are thinking of visiting this cavern, it's literally Texas' best secret in terms of caves. For those that have been to New Mexico, you know of the Carlsbad Cavern, which is huge out there in New Mexico. But Texas has something too, and you cannot miss this, the Caverns of the Sonora. Now, picture this: if you're going to visit the Caverns of the Sonora, and hopefully the video gets to show you, you are standing at the entrance of this cave. It's a short walk from the gift shop where you get to the entrance of the cave, and the first thing that hits you is this breeze that comes into your face. It's damp, it's cool, it's moist. You can feel it, you just cannot miss it. It feels as the breeze gently hits your face, like the cave is breathing in and out, and you can feel the heartbeat, the pulsing of that cave. This is a taste of what you feel when you get into caves of this nature. You're literally gonna be stepping into a whole new world. Behind you, the daylight is fading. In front of you, darkness is opening up. Then in strategic locations, you have these lights that have all been placed. As soon as it gets switched on, this new world of rock formations opens right before your very eyes. This is life-changing, and I tell people this, and it literally changes lives. Now get ready for this. You're standing at the entrance of the cave. You feel that breeze. You are walking down into what you think is a cave, but you're not walking into a cave, you're walking into a forest. I really want you to picture this. This forest is not your ordinary forest. This is a forest of stalactites and stalagmite. That's the forest you're going to be walking into. The stalactites and the stalagmites took thousands and thousands of years to grow. As you walk in, some of them are still dripping. It feels like the cave is living, but you're almost frozen in time. It's this juxtaposition of contradictions that makes this particular cave so amazing. The ones that are growing from the bottom, the stalagmites growing from the bottom, it feels like they are literally sending their hands reaching for the sky, but there is no sky because we are in the cave. What you see above is the cave ceiling. Now, the superstar of the Caverns of the Sonora for most people who visit is the butterfly formation. The fancy name for people who want to call this is helictite. That's the fancy name. Picture a butterfly imprinted into the walls of the cave. As you walk, the cave is changing, it's living, it hits you with all of these different experiences that words cannot even capture. I literally run out of words to use to describe what you see. You're gonna see flow stones that look like waterfalls that have been petrified in time and frozen in place. The way the light plays with the formations, it feels like you're moving into another planet, and I'm looking for the green aliens to pop out. That's the feeling you get walking into this cave. Now, one of the things you really want to do in caves is to stop, to pause, and listen. When you do that, you hear the dripping. It feels like the cave is whispering. The cave is talking. I know it's saying something, but unfortunately, I do not speak cave. But then you stop and you're listening. Drip, 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 drip. The cave has spoken. I wish I could interpret what it said. For those of you who can speak cave, you get to take that experience with you when you get home. The cave is like a book, the book of history. It's written in time. Every formation in that cave has a story to tell. Everybody who visits the cave, they take away something. What I took away would be different from what you take away. It's one of those books that you have to read it to truly understand. Caves in general are humbling. They are awe-inspiring. The Caverns of the Sonora exemplifies that. So folks, explore the cave. As you walk out, take a moment to soak it all in. Do not rush the experience. I had an amazing guide that took the time to explain a lot of things to me. This experience is enriching. It's worth its time. It's worth the driving to get there. I actually had to believe that less than 70 years ago, people weren't visiting the cave, but now you have this open to the public, an adventure waiting to be experienced somewhere between San Antonio and the Big Bend National Park. In between, you find the Caverns of the Sonora.